Hello everyone, welcome to my video today. Today I'm going to be using one stone to buy two birds, in the sense that I'll be talking briefly on WES, what is WES, and then I'll also talk about the different types of nursing in Canada. So people have been asking, my last video I said WES, I mentioned WES, and a lot of people have been asking what is WES. WES, that's W-E-S, S as in sugar. So WES is World Education Services. World Education Services. So this organization, what they do, they verify your credentials from your country of originality. And for example, you want to travel out of your country of originality to Canada, and basically if you are traveling on professional basis, like you want to create a portal to get into the express entry pool, or you want to do the provincial nomination program, like anything that has to do with education or maybe a career in Canada, you need to verify your credentials. So World Health Education Services, they do that verification. So they kind of check if your the credentials that you are submitting or you're going to be applying to come to Canada with, if it's equivalent, if it's going to give you a job in Canada, if it's equivalent to their curriculum in Canada. So they don't want you to come to Canada and start looking for a job, or you're not able to get into your career. So Canada is kind of career focus. Is a country where if you're career focused and you want to push to practice whatsoever career you were practicing in your country of originality, they want to make sure that they are bringing you in so that you'll be able to get established. So that is what the WES, or the World Education Services, that's what they do in Canada. Like I said, there are various orders. They have like up to 3 or 4 more. So you can search, you can search, or if you want to ask me, you can ask in the comment section. I'll talk more about them. So that was just for WES. So the second part of this video, I'm going to be talking about different types of nursing in Canada. So a lot of people come to Canada, they are nurses, registered nurses in their country of originality, and then they come here, they just want to get into the system, and sometimes they don't know how to go and get into it. I did a video yesterday about how the process that you can, the process by which you can integrate or get into your career as a nurse in Canada. Like I mentioned, I'm an internationally trained nurse. I was able to do that, so I have like practical experience, and I can guide you through that part if you are interested, and if that's what you are going through, or that's what you want to do at this moment. Put it in the comment section, ask your question, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through your process. So in Canada, we have what we call registered nurse. So registered nurse is just basically registered nurse as it is. It's like a general kind of nursing. And as a registered nurse, you are required to have like a BSc, like a degree in nursing. And before now, you didn't really need a degree in Canada, but you know, every time career, profession, people are just updating. So right now in Canada, to get the title of a registered nurse, you must have a degree. Yes, some people might say, I don't have a degree in my country of originality and I want to come into Canada as a nurse. So that is why you need to do that credential assessment. And once you are done with the credential assessment, you now go to the stage of NNAS. So the NNAS is the one that will now approve, assess you and say, well, you don't have a degree from your country of originality. You can't do the NCLEX exam, but you can do the licensed practical nursing exam. So that brings me to the second kind of nursing in Canada. The second kind of nursing in Canada is what they call the licensed practical nurse. Some provinces, especially in Ontario, they also call them registered practical nurses. They have two titles in this category of nursing. Nurses have two titles in Ontario. You can either call them the licensed practical nurses or registered practical nurses. Licensed practical nurses or registered practical nurses. So that's the title. Those are the titles that they hold in Ontario. So the difference is that they are not degree holders. They are diploma holders. So they go to colleges and they do diploma in nursing. You know, that's like 2 years ish, 2 years plus. That's when they do. And this LPN, their scope of practice is kind of like their curriculum is fashioned in a way that they don't really do critical care. They don't do critical care. The kind of care they do is like a care that is kind of really resolved. So they are not allowed to assess. They are not allowed to delegate. They don't do all those things. They don't delegate. They don't do a lot of things that an RON would do. And their educational curriculum does not give them that right to do it, because their scope of practice, their scope of study is limited to that area. So, but the good thing is that people come in and they do it in 2 years plus, they start working. But some person asked me, what is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is in the pay. Now, they do a lot of the dirty jobs, but they don't get as much pay as they would have. You know, in my opinion, I don't think they pay LPN well enough. So there is another kind of nursing. Again, they call them ROPN. Remember, I told you that licensed practical nurses can either be ROPN or LPN in Ontario, but in Western Canada, they have registered psychiatric nurses. Registered psychiatric nurses, they are just like their title, they are trained basically in psychiatry, mental health nursing. So that's their area of specialty, and they are like about 3 years ish. So theirs is not a degree, but it's a little bit more than diploma, kind of what we call HND in Nigeria. So these people, the irony of it is that they get the same scale. They are like the salary scale of an RON, and that's what they also get. But most times they are kind of constrained and restricted to mental health, and that's one downside of it. Having said that, I think their curriculum is diving into other areas of nursing now, but right now they get paid the same wages like the registered nurses. And the one good thing about Canada is that if you're a registered nurse back home from your country of originality, you can actually work as a registered nurse in mental health facility. Unlike some countries where you are constrained, you can't really work as a mental health nurse. But here in Canada, you are allowed to work as a mental health nurse, even though you are a registered nurse. Come to think of it, registered nursing, during our studies, we actually go through all areas, sphere of nursing. So I would think it's fair enough to let registered nurses, RON, practice in any area, because they were taught broadly to practice in any areas. So of course we have the nurse practitioners, right? The nurse practitioners is the highest cadre of nursing. They kind of highest cadre in practice. We still have the PhD, doctors in nursing. But the nurse practitioners, and they study up to master's level, and there are different areas. You can either study to be an academician, or you can also study to be community practitioner. you can practice generally. So yeah, unfortunately there's no mental health nurse practitioner courses here in Canada. I wish there is, but there isn't. Yeah, and so of course you have the PhD. If you are a PhD holder, then you have reached the limit of your nursing in Canada. So I just thought I should put this down here because I've been having a few people inbox me asking me to know about what the various nursing scope of nursing practice is in Canada. So thank you. If there is anything I missed out and you are in Canada, you are a practicing nurse, and you thought I missed out something, you're more than welcome to put it in the comment section. We are all learning, and I'll be more than happy to learn from you. So if you watched this video up to this point, that means it really was meaningful to you. So please do not be selfish. Share this, tag people, share to people, make your comments. Let's engage on this platform. If there's anything that you need to know, put in your comment and let's engage on this platform. That way, Facebook will keep recommending my videos to people of like mind like you that want to know about what's happening in nursing in Canada. Once again, it is me, my name is Global Asset Channel, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Sure.